All right, I'm like falling asleep here, but I'm going to talk about why it's so hard to build a SaaS, a good SaaS, that is. Um, I'll preface this by saying my SaaS right now does about 15 grand a month in revenue, but the goal is 100K a month. So I'm going to talk about how to do that. Now, I use this product called Whisperflow, and it's nice. All right, so let me show you this. This is a voice transcription, and boom, it transcribes it. So you hit a keyboard shortcut, you talk, you finish it, and it instantly does it. And it does a really good job of transcribing words properly depending on the context. And everyone I've told, I mean, I guess I'll start by saying basically, when I first discovered this product, I instantly reached out to like the first person I could think of, and I was like, bro, have you used this? This is amazing. And some people say, like, well, I use, ChatGPT has built in transcription, and iOS and macOS have transcription, and that's fair enough. But just for like day to day, like transcribing messages, or especially working with Cursor, like being able to just do a voice memo, um, or have it transcribed is so much easier. And so I used Whisperflow a ton, but when I started using it, I instantly felt like I had to tell someone. And whenever I'm like on a video call, I like to use Whisperflow in front of them because I love seeing their eyes. They go, "What? That's so cool." And the crazy thing about Whisperflow is I'm sure there's like some crazy engineering to get it to be really fast and accurate. Um, but it's not that crazy of a product, but it is so good that, you know, I can't help but tell people I know. And basically the reason you tell people is it's actually selfish, because you want basically people to have like a higher kind of perception of you, where they're like, wow, this guy was on it. He found this amazing thing. And so it's kind of like a selfish thing, but you want to have people get that idea. So, anyways, this is a great clip from Sam Altman. I'm only going to play like a few minutes here.
The
Just
most
to,
important thing,
I'm only going to play 1 minute, but yeah.
the number one lesson we try to teach startups is that the degree to which you're successful approximates the degree to which you build a product that is so good, people spontaneously tell their friends about it. Startups always ask us for the secret to success. They always want to believe it's something other than this because this is really hard to do. But this is it. If you can build a product that is so good, people spontaneously tell their friends about it, you have done 80% of the work that you need to be a really successful startup. If you think about the most successful companies you know, Google, Facebook, whatever, you probably found out about them because a friend of yours said, you got to try this, it's great. So this is the bar. Some
Yeah, basically, that's the bar, and that's really fucking hard to do, as he said. I mean, it takes a lot of work. There's like a degree of luck involved, in being, like, for instance, in comparison, like if someone showed you an iPhone 16 and you have an iPhone 15, you'd be like, oh, what's different here? Oh, there's like a camera button. That's fucking retarded, obviously. Um, but if you went back 100 years and showed them an iPhone, they would literally take a shit. And so, um, it is like relative, partly being in like a market, or, building in a blue ocean. Um, but yeah, I mean, like, if you can build a product so good people have to tell their friends, then you can win. And just doing that is so much work. Like, I've been working on this one project, which is not a huge part of my product, and it's not going to be perfect. And I've spent like dozens of hours on it already. It'll probably be a 100-hour project by the time I'm kind of like done with it. Probably 100 hours minimum. And it's just a part of my product. And there's like iterations too. So you put 100 hours into the first version, and then you learn something and realize you could do it a better way, and then it's not as like demoralizing as it sounds. But yeah, you put in like thousands of hours basically into your product. Even with AI, even if you have a team, like, it just takes time and a lot of effort. And you end up like me, like it's fucking 10 p.m. here, and I'm like gonna fall asleep sitting up in my chair. So um, yeah, I don't know if there's any real lesson here, but I think this is really the thing that defines. I was reading. What was I reading? I think I watched a few videos about this a while ago, like these like startup Silicon Valley videos, and they talk about like having a North Star metric. And so I think for Facebook, the North Star metric was retention, something like that. Um, and so the way they figured out how to do that was someone making like 4 friends and or 10 friends in 7 days or 7 friends in 10 days, something like that. Um, and so basically, what you want to do is you want to establish a North Star metric, which in a lot of cases I think can be really accurately kind of defined as net churn. So net churn is basically churn minus people who are referred to your business. So if you have 10 customers and 2 leave, just churn, but you also get 2 referrals that month. Even if you got 10 new customers that month, that doesn't count. If 2 of those 10 new were referrals, then your net churn is 0%. And I think as a SaaS, to be successful, I think you want a negative churn rate where every customer you take on refers at least one other person, or not one other person, but basically on average more than 0 other people. Um, or that's not actually how it works, but more basically it factors in 2 things, which is referral rate, how much people want to tell their friends, and then also retention rate, how much people want to stay using the product. And so those are basically everything if you're a software product, or even like other types of products like services, could be the exact same thing. And so yeah, I don't know, I hope this video isn't like um I can't even think. I hope this video isn't like depressing or demoralizing or whatever the word is, but yeah, it is a lot of work, you know. Hopefully you can find fun in it. Like I can sometimes find fun in it, but it's good to know that it is a lot of work. And when I first started in entrepreneurship, I remember thinking it felt like every 30 days I was like, bro, end of this month I'll be like a millionaire. And then end of the month I was in the same place. And I think it's kind of important to have that because it kind of keeps you going, but um at a certain point you'll look back and realize like, oh yeah, it does take like some people said it would take like the people who aren't trying to sell you something, which my name's Adam Chervat, I have nothing to sell you. Um, but yeah, the people who aren't trying to sell you something will tell you like, yeah, it's gonna be like a few years, and that's the truth. So yeah. Anyways, thanks for watching my fucking. Oh my god, my computer went to sleep. Thanks for watching my blabbering, and hope you enjoyed.